your nasty ass up. Your name is Goofy Deluxe. You dirty like shit. You live in a pig smack. My nigga, you stink like shit. Stupid ass nigga. You got greasy ass toes. Your toes thrown up, gang. Son, that nigga, fat that nigga, dumb nigga, stink that nigga. I'm done.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, you got flies in your crib? Shut the fuck up, my nigga. What's poppin'? It's your boy Will Smith, and we back in this motherfucking building. But this video was by The Ridge. I'm assuming that's their name. No, Hip Hop Madness. This video is by Hip Hop Madness. This video is called Well-Intentioned Corny Rappers. I saw like the first 30 seconds of it. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, this shit is interesting. I want to see who they about to have as corny rappers. Put in the comment who y'all think the corniest nigga is. I can name a few, but I'm gonna see what the video gonna say. Cause I don't want niggas be like, you think who is corny? I don't want to hear nobody fan base all in my shit. Get the fuck out, nigga. Get out. Let's get to this video.
This
video
is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet.
The Ridge was the name of the wallet.
Nah, I can't. Nah, I just can't. It's like, come on, bro.
This clip right here is crazy.
This is the guy that said sorry to Tory Lanez or something. He looks familiar. Yeah, it is. He's crying over a girl that left him for another dude. Hey, you're an artist, bro. I think he should have saved this passion for something else and not that girl and the song. That was just weird. I'm not into the song.
Sometimes.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If Nav, bro, if fucking Nav say you're corny, that's crazy. Nav, nigga. Nav. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's disrespectful if a nigga like Nav say you corny. That nigga Nav, get that nigga the fuck out of here. Yo, Nav actually used to be good though, but that nigga,
And through no fault of our own, something about us just doesn't gel with another person. And when this friction between people arises in the workplace, it can lead to inhospitable work environments.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't like Dax though. I do think Dax is corny. The nigga can rap, but I don't know. His shit like all the niggas trying to do like the Tech 9 shit, but that shit corny to me, bro.
However, things get a little more complicated.
Yo, they shot on Logic, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
As once you
Logic used to be so fire, bro. Like, what's that one album? When he was on the spaceship. That album and the ones before was heat. But ever since like that era was over, Logic been ass.
In hip hop, this is the category that well-intentioned.
Get this nigga the fuck out of here. This nigga was never good. Get him out of here.
Overly preachy or simply goofy. There's no shortage of MCs who are showing from hip hop.
Simply goofy.
Thousands and largely
niggas is goofy. Bro, Hobson. I used to fuck with Hobson though. But I can see why niggas say Hobson corny.
Major steam. And one of the biggest examples to have sprung up in this era is Hobson, a man whose career has been beset by gimmicks and preachiness. As in the case with most well-intentioned corny.
I used to really fuck with his shit.
For all intents and purposes, an aspirational story. And in spite of hip-hop's general dislike for him, the former leader of Funk Volume has created a lucrative career.
I always pictured myself being wealthy and, being able to travel the world. I didn't know how. When I was around 14 years old, I just realized that it was more than likely going to be music that took me to that level. Yeah, since I was a younger kid, I kind of had an idea that this was all going to be my life because I just couldn't see myself working at McDonald's.
At what age did you?
Nobody see themselves working at McDonald's.
28.
But where this drive has made him into a self-made man, everything from his horror-inspired visuals to the way he expresses his idolization of Eminem has made it difficult for him to connect with audiences at large. But as his reaction to shady name-dropping him on Kamikaze showed, Hobson, corny or not, is just a kid from Panorama City that's living out his dreams.
Eminem just said my name on his goddamn song on his new album. I didn't even know he knew who the I was. Goddamn! He said don't tell him about the culture. Implying that I'm part of the culture. I gotta call my.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Eminem name drop you on a song, nigga, you doing something right. Like, it don't matter if you think you good or you trash. If Eminem name drop your shit on a song or a verse, nigga, you winning. Like, you're winning.
Dax has faced a similar degree of animosity from hip-hop. Often typecast as a YouTube rapper, Dax's past as a spoken word poet means that he prioritizes.
Oh, he's considered. Why they both on the song together?
The listener doesn't really care. And although his come-up story is admirable,
he a YouTuber,
night janitor, but never giving up on his dreams,
I didn't know that.
Dax's position in hip-hop was never made clearer than when he dissed Tory Lanez.
Commit. Apologize, bro. Apologize, bro.
Oh, you know what's going on. Apologize.
This what he was talking about?
Apologize. I got you, bro. Apologize. Say sorry. Say sorry. All right, bet. I got you.
In every aspect of today's
Yo, this nigga Tory Lanez be sunning niggas. That's crazy.
Apologize. I got you, bro. Apologize. Say sorry. Say sorry. All right, bet. I got you.
in every aspect.
What the fuck was that?
Things evolve. So watch the way you carry your cash, cards, and other essentials around.
I ain't gonna lie, W-ad, y'all, W-ad, 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 W-ad.
Dog, over a diss track? I'm not a fighter. Like, you know what I mean? I defended myself inside the club and got out, but I'm not here to, like, I'm not gonna fight as this many dudes. He was just like, come here, Dax. Well, this not gonna be over. And then I walked to the car, and that's when you see me on the car, like, tired. This is what's going through my head. I've always told myself, like, I'm never gonna let social media make me make dumb decisions. The world wants me to be a big dude and be like, nah, f you. But I'll be like, you know what? I gotta go home to my family. And I'm like, all right, bro, my bad. And I encourage anybody in that situation to do the same thing. I'm gonna teach my son the same thing. Social media is convincing too many people to act tough when they don't need to. And the same people that are telling you to act tough are the same people who will be saying RIP.
Held to a different.
Nah, that's facts though. I do agree with that. I feel like a lot of niggas be telling niggas to be tough because it look cool. In certain situations, bro, like, especially if it's niggas around, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't shit you could do. But I don't know. I feel like if a nigga really disrespecting you, you gotta at least say something back. Cause at the end of the day, if it's a bunch of, cause it only sounded like Tory Lanez was in that car, but it might have been niggas in there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it was niggas in there. But even if it was niggas in there, bro, you're not gonna be seen as no bitch ass nigga if you get jumped by niggas, bro. Cause most people can't, like, beat a bunch of niggas at once. At the end of the day, I completely agree with Dax is saying, but sometimes, bro, you gotta say fuck that shit. Cause if they do it once, that means they'll do it again. And they'll do that shit again. And then other niggas you don't even know gonna try to do that. Like, it just leads to a whole thing of fuckery. So I ain't saying you should have swung on a nigga, but you should have said something back, bro. At the end of the day, bro, this nigga Tory Lanez is not about to get up and fight you, bro. Like, nah. He didn't do it to Travis Scott, but he was not about to do it to you, my nigga. Fuck out of here.
By Tory. Another clear-cut example of hip-hop's dismissal of Dax comes from EXO's.
Yo, he really be sunning niggas. That shit crazy.
Cosign. The rapper-producer watched numerous videos of rising Canadian talents without a crossword until Dax's "She Cheated Again" came on screen. At which point, he immediately felt the need to tear him apart.
Nah, I can't.
Why is Nav doing this? Like, I thought this was like people of like a legendary status. Why is Nav doing this?
Yeah, it is. He's crying over a girl that left him for another dude. You're an artist, bro.
Having acknowledged the view of himself as corny on tracks such as The New Rap God Part 2, Dax hasn't let it discourage him, and he continues to average over 1 million views per track. However, there is a lingering feeling that if he had it his way, he would be collaborating with some of his heroes.
No, he definitely should keep doing his thing though. Facts. Me personally though, I just can't fuck with it. I just can't fuck with it.
Performing freestyles over their most iconic beats on YouTube. That said, getting the seal of approval from
Corday, damn, bro. They be shitting on my, bro. They be shitting on my nigga, bro. This nigga Corday be spitting, bro. Like, Corday, I don't see Corday as corny, personally. Like, I could see why niggas will say he corny, but I think he's a little bit different. Cause niggas do say he a J. Cole knockoff, but I'd rather be a J. Cole knockoff than a Tech 9 knockoff. I ain't always
be able to escape the ranks
personally.
Of corny rapper. No stranger to a cosign from legends in the
game.
They
be shit on my dog, bro. Leave my nigga alone, bro.
Definition of a well-intentioned rapper in hip-hop. Already dedicating his wealth to the betterment of the world around him, Corday has invested in college scholarships for underprivileged youth and even set up his own label, High Level, which promises to provide an opportunity to new artists. However, as the 20,000 sales of his star-studded sophomore album From a Bird's Eye View has proven, audiences see a lack of authenticity or personal connection in him that they just can't get past.
I like Corday. I actually think this album is pretty.
Yeah, his second album was nice. It was cool, right? It was cool, but that he set the bar way too high for that from that first one, because that first one was the shit. Lost Boy, oh, that shit was gas. That shit was gas. But yeah, he oversold himself. I feel like he should have kind of kept the same thing, bro. Like, niggas who can make albums with like a theme to it, but like all the songs is unique in its own way. I think that's what make a good album. I feel like this new Corday shit, I feel like it was just like a compilation of like songs. It didn't really feel like an album to me personally. But I like some of the songs on there was good, like they slaps. But I think like sound wise, like quality wise, nah, that shit not touching Lost Boy, bro.
Pretty decent album.
It's not touching Lost Boy.
People listen to it. I think he's gonna be a problem and a factor in the game for years to come.
That's a fact.
Tell me.
He for sure gonna last longer than a lot of niggas though.
And I said this to his manager before. Corday is the epitome of having all the skills necessary, having all the cosigns necessary, but not having the story that the people buy into. That's the only problem with Corday.
I believe that.
Third, but people have not bought into the story of him.
By the same token, online critic
That's
Sean
true.
C felt that when it comes to Corday,
Shout out to Sean C. That's my dog.
Providing little else.
And generally, when I see people give such a strong lack of effort compared to their own work or what they've done for other artists that they clearly respect, I look at that as indicative of how they view the artist whose album they're featuring on. So when I look at this throwaway Freddie Gibbs verse, I'm like, oh, well, that's what he might think of Corday. I'm not saying that he has a problem with Corday. I'm just saying clearly he doesn't think that this is a record that he needs to really show his on. Don't get me wrong. I don't.
But that is true. But I don't really think that's really like a beat Freddie Gibbs would rap on. Like I don't think that was really like Freddie Gibbs style. I know what song you're talking about. You're talking about the Champagne shit. That was a good song, but that song didn't really fit Freddie Gibbs. That's why I'm thinking like he didn't really do shit with that because that's not really his type of shit.
I hate this album. I'm just tired of rap like this getting a pass because it's so passable.
Having taken Corday on tour with him during the last
Damn, I've heard that a lot too.
One man that almost serves as a benchmark for well-intentioned, corny rappers is Logic. Although he's been immensely successful in a commercial sense, Logic has found himself subject to endless scrutiny and mockery from hip-hop for much of his career. Trolled for every personal revelation that he'd ever dared to put on wax, Logic has been open about the fact that when it came time to hang it up in 2020, the internet played a major role in his decision-making.
I mean, it happens all the time. It's like, I'll be like, I love you guys, and somebody's like, how can you just say this and nothing happens to you? Like, that's crazy to me, dog. And they'll on me, and it's gonna happen. They're gonna call my baby ugly, and they've already on my wife and made accounts and called her ugly. This is why I'm moving.
Throughout his career,
Damn, that's
Logic has
crazy.
evoked strong emotions from people without actively trying to. From getting put on blast by Joe Budden as one of the worst MCs to ever
Yeah, they
rap
shit
a
on
mic,
that
getting lit
nigga.
up by Charlamagne at every opportunity, Bobby Tarantino has found himself in a position where, when he was an active rapper at least, the status quo and gatekeepers of the game would minimize anything good that he brought to the world, and instead focusing on petty issues because they saw him as an easy target.
And I respect Charlamagne. When he basically kind of called me homophobic without even watching an interview, and I was like, I didn't even say that, and then for him to just out his mouth be like, yo, who your sister? Like, that f***ed me up. And I actually held on to that for like 6 years, man. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this isn't healthy, and I'm talking to my therapist about it. Some of the be saying is wild, like asking me what I'm doing for the Black Lives Matter movement as a black man who looks white.
Where other rappers have raged against their ill treatment, it feels as though, in Logic's case, it's as if his good intentions have either been taken advantage of.
Oh, no. I also think that's definitely another reason why they don't fuck with Logic. Because he identifies a black man, but he clearly looks white. Now, race, obviously, when we think of race is a fucking social construct, right? So, obviously, there's not really anything scientifically proven about race. But, like, if you usually look a certain way, that's kind of how people identify it. And the fact that, like, he identified as mainly black, even though I'm pretty sure whoever I don't know if his mom is white or the dad is white. It might be the mom. Pretty sure most of his J's come from his mom, if his mom was white. So that's kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, you put yourself in the hole for that. And then you be saying nigga too, and people don't like that. At the end of the day, bro, that's how niggas see you, bro. If niggas see you was white, bro, you white. That's how I see it. I wish I could say I was white. That sound wrong as shit. If I could say I'm white and get away with it, that'd be lit. Because I could use that privilege. But, bro, look at me, clearly see I'm a nigga, bro. Like, so I think Logic try to get away with that shit, but they not fucking with that.
Held against him. But where Logic's commercial success never...
Because if you look at a nigga like Drake is, you can tell he's mixed. You can tell because he got like he got paler skin, but he kind of got like black-ish like features. This man looks full on white. I'm talking about from the lips to the nose to the ears, like to the eyes. Like, bro, he's like
the paths of icons in the game.
He's technically mixed though. He is technically mixed.
The wrong side of this tightrope.
This nigga so trash, boy.
Although a Caucasian, Seattle-based rapper seems like an unlikely megastar in hip hop, there was a brief moment where Macklemore, along with producer Ryan Lewis.
See, that's not even that because fucking Amine is from Seattle. No, he's from Portland. He's from Portland, but that's still like the same area though. Like,
were residing at the top.
Macklemore is just trash, bro. It's not where he's from.
He hit Thrift Shop. He soon commanded a global audience, and by the time he doubled down with the anthemic "Can't Hold Us" and LGBTQ+ equality rallying cry "Same Love," he seemed unstoppable. A friend of the likes of Schoolboy Q of TDE, Macklemore seemed like a good fit for mainstream hip hop. However, a fateful
he was friends with Schoolboy Q?
Grammys
I didn't know that.
forever changed the course of his career. After he got Ryan Lewis's,
he got what?
Course of his career. 14 Grammys would forever
14 Grammys? 14? How he get 14 Grammys?
Changed the course of his career. After he and Ryan Lewis's The Heist scooped up Rap Album of the Year over Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City, he felt the need to text K-Dot and let him know that he got robbed. Within a
Oh yeah, I seen that text and Kendrick was like, bro, why you posting that? Like, Kendrick too much of a real nigga, bro. Like, if you want to say something to Kendrick, bro, just say it. Like, what you posting it for? Like, he's trying to get like some public sincerity, some sincerity for the public. That's why he did that shit.
As competitive as hip hop, his gesture was misinterpreted as tokenistic. And after he shared his text to K-Dot with the world, he left K-Dot feeling as though the apology wasn't genuine.
Yeah, it was some bullshit.
To be 100 with you, when he sent it to me, I was like, okay. You know, I could see him feeling that type of way because he a good dude. But I think for confirmation from the world, you know, he probably felt like he had to put it out there, which he didn't need to do.
From there
he did not need to do that shit,
tolerance
bro.
of Macklemore, no matter what his motivations were, has never been the same. Clown for everything from his white privilege tracks to his Trump's Over freestyle. It seems that the more Macklemore tries to move past the Kendrick incident, the more the world pushes against him. And as a result, every action that he's performed since has been seen as some attempt at reconciliation with hip-hop. But while his fans are still there for him, it's no surprise that his handling of the Grammy situation still lingers in his mind to this day.
And I'm struggling with my own, like, damn, I'm benefiting from the system that I've been calling out since I was 20 years old. People want to say like, oh, it was guilt. He just feels guilty about being white. It's like, that's so surface level. Was there an air of that? Absolutely. Was that the reason? Absolutely not.
Left without the support of a culture as a whole, what each of these rappers share is that the more earnest their attempts are at expression across both rhymes and interviews are, the less...
Yeah, like obviously, I don't think it was a race thing. Like I said, it was more of a culture thing because niggas clearly know Kendrick should have won that shit. But yeah, bro, like posting like messages and shit, bro, like that's whack as fuck. Like, just do your little apology. As long as bro fuck with it, then you good. Like trying to get some confirmation from the world, bro. That's how I tell you about niggas be doing shit for internet. Because apparently, if that shit is not on the internet, it ain't real, and that's a bunch of bullshit. But if I say out of all these niggas who the corniest, it might be Macklemore. It has to be Macklemore because everybody on this list, I've liked at least a few of their songs. Except Dax. I don't really play Dax shit. But Hapson, Logic, Corday, I play they shit. I play a lot of they shit, but it gotta be Macklemore. Macklemore gotta take the award for that, nigga. That's 15 Grammys. Corny nigga award. Get down the comment, nigga. Like, comment, nigga. Tell them, put the motherfucker.
Took out a whore for my girl, but I can't do that, I don't trust her. All my past relationships and fucked my head up, so I had a good one and I lost her. But I'm past that, she act like an angel, her halo is faded, so I cannot take you. Got look me in my eyes and then you tell me more lies and I cut you off, I ain't got time for that. Let's think back to a time, way back to a time when my hugs used to make you feel comfortable. Now I can't get out my mind how you sneak and you lie when I look at you, I feel uncomfortable.